What are you doing? We need to start shooting.
I'm putting it on my face, okay? Stop pressuring me.
This is totally overkill.
Don't tell me how to make my content, you Terminator reject.
This is a dead topic already. You don't need to waste any extra time on being theatrical.
Well, that's just your opinion now, isn't it, Tom? Hey, Blood Brothers, welcome to a video that's so late, I'm pretty sure it's illegal to abort it in most states. Is the face paint too much? I feel like the face paint's too much to take me seriously. James Charles has had quite a rough month, and I decided to spend the last few hours going over all the information that I missed, so I could kind of try and understand what's going on. Now, there's not really a whole lot I want to say, and I could really kind of summarize it to just saying, stop freaking out about nothing. People left and right are beating the dead horse that is James Charles. And for what? At this point in time, he's essentially losing his career, or at least it looks like he's going to lose his career, over allegations. We've had that happen way too often before. Now I'm going to go a little bit deeper than that in the rest of this video. Not a whole lot, because I don't feel like it's really warranted. I don't feel like these massive, insanely opinionated videos about this are really that necessary. For a deeper look, check out Willymacshow video in a link in the description. I'm honestly not sure why so many people are surprised that there's so much drama in a community built on insecurities and the mask of physical beauty. So like I said, it's been about a month that the big daddy of the sister community has really been under fire. Now, I'm not quite sure, but it does seem like this James Charles drama stuff, it all kind of blends together and dates back to when Kavos made his whole crusade against James Charles because he could. Kavos found out about James charging up to $500 for VIP backstage tickets to his tour and went hard pretending he knew for a fact that there was no value in it. After raising a huge stink about the ticket prices, he points out again that no one, including Kavos himself, knew what was going to exactly happen on stage at the event, let alone at the meet and greet. No one knew what was going to be in the goodie bags that were supposedly premium or whatever, designer or something. There was so much unknown. But there's definitely no value here. It's definitely valueless. Made a bunch of tweets like trying to shoot down people's arguments by saying, well, basically, no, because I said so. Now, if you're a mainstream celebrity, you can charge whatever you want for your backstage passes and your meet and greets because you're a mainstream. You've earned it. They're YouTube celebrities, and they're different. I mean, even though e-celebs and YouTube celebs have been kind of trying to fight for equality with mainstream for a long time because a lot of YouTube celebs would love to be mainstream celebs. I mean, heck, I guess with all the mainstream celebrities that are coming to YouTube, there's no validity in calling YouTubers celebrities at all, is there?
Oh, that's hot.
I mean, either way, they've got the following in the audience. Does it really freaking matter who? But the fact that he kept claiming there's essentially no value to any of these tickets, but then admits openly that, well, we don't know what's exactly going to happen at the event, or in the bags, or backstage, or in the meet and greet, kind of shoots a bullet hole right through your whole argument, doesn't it? That there's no value? I mean, if you don't know what's going to happen or what's in the bags or anything, then how can you say there's no value? I mean, without all the factors, how can you complete the equation? Kavos might as well have said 500 plus blank equals 0. Problem is, that's unknown. We don't know what the actual item is to be valued. Without knowing what was involved and what was going to happen, you can't put a value on it. Not to mention, value is kind of subjective. It's not always going to make sense to an individual. For example, this line from Tiffany's I made fun of before. Personally, I don't get it at all. Not in any way, shape, or form. But clearly someone does, because they made it and they sold them. Anyway, most of the community didn't really seem to agree with Kavos, as a lot of people found that many celebrities, both e-celebrities and mainstream celebrities, were charging more, far more than $500 for a top-tier backstage pass. Personally, I think that, honestly, Kavos and anyone that agreed with him about the tickets really would have had a much stronger argument against e-celebs charging people to get shoutouts on Cameo. Oh, look at that, $200 for a 20-second clip from Nicole Arbor, of all people. $200 for a 20-second clip, if that.
Oh, hey there, Sean. It's me, your friend Nicole Arbor, from the internet. I heard it's your 40th birthday today and that you're an amazing hubby and father and you work really, really hard and that you wanted to go snow skiing, but you couldn't get it off. I'll make it up to you. Oh no, the video's done.
Whereas $500 for a goodie bag and an in-person meet and greet with a photo set, yeah, that's That's totally unreasonable there, isn't it? So that brings us to the most recent situation dumped on YouTube's doorstep in a giant flaming bag. This woman's name is Tati. She made a 43-minute video, and she makes a few claims about James that are thin on weight and proof. She apparently played a huge part in James' success, helping by mentoring him and helping him with getting his business organized, yada yada yada. She put out a video basically complaining about him taking a sponsorship deal for a similar product to something that her company sells. And there's a couple other things, but it almost feels like she just kind of put those things on as icing on the cake. Like, see, this also makes him a bad person. So he didn't push your brand, instead he decided to take a sponsorship with a different company and push their brand. Oh, boo-hoo. That makes him not very thoughtful. Maybe rude? That's about it, nothing more. In conjunction with a bunch of other things, maybe, but there's only a few things brought up in this video, and there's not really evidence for a lot of it. She kind of put a lot of emphasis on this idea that he's full of himself, and he's got an ego now, and he can do whatever he wants because he's a celebrity. I have no idea where he would have got that idea from.
If it is creating content that we are all emulating right now, James Charles, you are changing everything.
No idea whatsoever. I mean, it's not like he's a 19-year-old kid that suddenly, by doing what he loves, managed to make millions and millions of dollars and now gets to pretty much do whatever he wants. That has nothing to do with that, I'm fairly certain. Inexperience and youth have nothing to do with it whatsoever. I will say she did a great job mentoring him if that's how he turned out. Now, the one thing she brings up that should be problematic for James is this idea that he's overtly sexual and aggressively pursuing people that don't want to be pursued. Specifically, the complaint seemed to be that he's overtly sexual in speech and behavior in very inopportune times, like at a family dinner talking about something very intimate. Now, the problem with this one is that it's all he said, she said. There's not really any evidence to support or disprove it. I mean, don't get me wrong, we've all been on Twitter and we've all seen James where the sun don't shine way too frequently on there. I wish people would just stop sharing the image, and I wish I wasn't going to put it in this video. But I'm going to, because the joke kind of needs it. Now, it is true that he has been accused of and made jokes about being too aggressive in pursuing straight men in the past, including fairly recently, yes. But that's all it is. So far, I've not seen anything about him actually touching anybody or crossing any lines, just being a little bit too aggressive maybe, or pursuing people a little too long. And there's not a whole lot of evidence to even support that. From what I've seen, he definitely seems to have a sexual twist to his sense of humor. I mean, again, we're talking about a 19-year-old man. But at the very worst, what does this make him? A manonizer? That doesn't sound right. What's the opposite of a womanizer? I'm not gonna lie, it's a little annoying to me that with all the people that have had cheating scandals and pedo accusations on the platform, that took a small hit and kept going. James Charles is losing millions of subs like it's nothing. And there's no evidence of anything. No one has really taken a sub loss like he is taking right now. Ever. And from what I can tell, one, he wasn't accused of anything physical towards anyone, and two, the things he was accused of were minor. So unless I missed something in the last few weeks, or recapping to write this, I don't see how the outrage is justified. As much as I find the guy and his content annoying, I'm not exactly his demographic. Jeffree Star and other beauty people are now joining the beating of the dead horse, taking place by the commentary channels and other creators pretty much all around, with no end in sight. I think this is partially because he's got such a huge audience and he's so in your face, not to mention being YouTube's golden boy until that one fateful day. Kind of like another young creator I can think of that had the spotlight not too long ago. I honestly kind of hope that this situation turns around and quick. Or somebody makes good with some proof, because right now there's a lot of people making it look bad for fun and in some cases money, which is kind of ironic when people are getting money to pretend to be mad that he's making money. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna go wash this crap off, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. You know, I was gonna do this thing for this video. Now I'm really second guessing.